Hello everyone, how are you doing? We are welcoming you in our classroom and today we are going to discuss about another form of business organization that is going to be Joint Hindu Family Business. Here we will try to learn about Joint Hindu Family, features of Joint Hindu Family, school of laws, Hindu laws that are applicable in India with respect to Joint Hindu Family, Joint Hindu Family Business, features, advantages and disadvantages of Joint Hindu Family Business. Starting with the Joint Hindu Family, it refers to the members of undivided Hindu families who are descendant of same ancestors. In this we include unmarried daughters and wife besides the male members. In order to be called as undivided joint Hindu family, it must have two features. The first one is called co-personality and the second one is called common property. Co-personality means common ownership in the property of ancestors which is acquired at the time of birth. There is no another mode to acquire membership of joint Hindu family except to get birth into it, which is going to be a natural phenomenon. The second one is the common property. It means the joint Hindu family, in order to be considered as undivided Hindu family, must have an ancestral property or any property which is used for the welfare or well-being for all the members. This property may be ancestral property, property created with the help of ancestral property, and any personal property of member which is used as a property of family. We are having two schools of Hindu laws that are governing the operations of joint Hindu family business and applicable in the different regions of India called Mitakshara and Dayabhag. Mitakshara is applicable to entire India except the state of Assam, Bihar and some part of Odisha, whereas Dayabhag is applicable in the exceptional state like Assam, Bihar and part of Odisha. The basic difference between these two schools of law is that when you can ask for the division of property, you know what, in case of Mitakshara, a member can ask for the division of property on the attainment of age of maturity or any time after it. It means when you become 18 or above that, you can ask for the division and you are here in the ancestral property or in the family of joint Hindu family. But in case of Dayabhag, only after the death of Karta or senior most member of the family, the member can ask for the division of the property or for his right in the property. Otherwise, membership is always being acquired at the moment of birth, be his son or daughter. But when we are talking about joint Hindu family business, only male are considered as its member, not female are considered as the member of joint Hindu family business. Let me tell you the meaning of joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business is a business entity in which all the members of undivided joint Hindu family take part under the supervision and control of Karta. Karta is going to be the senior most member of the family, also called Mukhya. He has all the authority to raise loan, to make the decisions in the business organizations and to enter into an agreement with the third party. His liability is always remain unlimited. That means his personal property can be utilized for meeting the liabilities of joint Hindu family business, whereas the liabilities of members remain limited to the extent of their ownership in the joint Hindu family business. They cannot ask for the account of profit or loss, but they can ask for the division of property as per the school of law applicable in their region. This kind of business organization are found only in India and can be found by Hindu families only. Here we are having some of the main features of joint Hindu family business. The first one is operation. The operation of joint Hindu family business are always conducted as per the school of Hindu law applicable in the particular region or the Hindu Succession Act 1956. Then management. The senior most member of the family is considered as having entire authority to make decisions, so he utilizes that power to make decisions whether they bore fruit or they prove suffering for the joint Hindu family business. Then liability of Karta remain unlimited, whereas the liability of members is limited to the extent of the ownership they bear in the joint Hindu family business property. Perpetual existence, that means the death, insolvency, lunacy does not have any effect on the existence of business, as the Karta feel incapable or found incapable, other senior most member of the family will become the Karta or regarded as Mukhya by rest of the members. Then membership by birth. Here we are having no way except to have birth in that family. Artificial modes cannot make us member of joint Hindu family. The moment a child is born, he become the member of Joint Hindu family, and in order to become the member of Joint Hindu family business, you must be the descendant of same ancestors. Then we are having registration. It falls under the unincorporated entity of private sector, so registration is not needed in this form of business organization. Now we also consider advantages and disadvantages of Joint Hindu family business. Easy to start, we need not to go with any kind of legal formality or documentation work easily, and with minimum time requirement we can start our Joint Hindu family business. Secrecy, since the matter that is related to the business remain within the quartile of family affairs, so there is minimum possibility to get it leaked or get shared among the people who may not think well of our family business. Direct contact, yes, in this the Karta does have direct contact with the customer, which help us in maintaining relationship management. That means here the goodwill creation provide benefit to the family for long ages. Then we are having prompt decision making. All the decisions are being made by the Karta only. He is even not want to consider the opinion of members of the family, whether they bear any difference with him. Direct efforts and reward. The effort made by Karta will be directly lead to him to the quantum of award. If you make more effort, you will get more profit. If you make less effort, you will get less profit. But the members remain more or less discontented here because they are not having any share in the profit. Entire profit belongs to the Karta. So there is no direct relationship between the efforts of members and the quantum of profit earned by the business organization or their shares. Inherent goodwill, that means ancestral goodwill. If our forefathers, our ancestors have made good relationship with their customers, the customer will still prefer to come to our point of sale. Then disadvantages are also being suffered by this kind of business organization. Limited resources. A family may have limited resources, be that is intellectual power or natural resources or physical resources, limited managerial skills. Yes, all the decisions are being made by the Karta, and he may or may not consider the opinion of family members. That's why here we are having limited talent, limited understanding about a different aspect of business organization. So decision quality is not going to be that better, which is enjoyed by other forms of business organization or advanced form of business organization like company and cooperative society. Here we are having centralized decision. That means it is the main reason behind the discontentment or dissatisfaction of the members, that even he does not prefer to have a discussion with the members himself. He can make all the decisions. That is called centralization. And lack of cooperation. Members are not having direct efforts and reward relationship. That's why they moreover do not prefer to cooperate with the Karta if they bear difference of opinion. Otherwise, they may also cooperate with the Karta's decision. This is all about our Joint Hindu family business form of organization. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about cooperative society. I'm sure that you have enjoyed this lecture. So don't forget to like and share us. I'm sure that so far you may have subscribed to us. Thank you very much. Have a good time.